All right, welcome everyone here to the Bobcat Den at Oregon Davis High School. I'm Andy O'Hara. With me here tonight is Quentin Amson, Kenny Barnhart, Caden Hummich, and the Hall of Famer Ryan Limler. Here for the Triton Trojans Sports Network, broadcasting live on YouTube and the IHSAA Champions Network. Triton comes in, this two teams starting off their season. As usual, Q, you played in those games to start off the season. This coming to play in the Bobcat Den is not an easy place to play.
No, it's never been easy. The student section for me has always been the big variable every time. So,
well, then you have the student section going on your opening game of the season, and it's kind of you're not in mid-season form in the first game of the year, which rightly so. You're not supposed to be mid-season form in the first game of the season, but Triton coming in, you see a big number of guys out there. You got a lot of guys with some varsity experience. Got a young team, but you had a group that's very capable of playing some really good basketball.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you need. You got the leadership out there, and you got the young guys that are coming up, trying to prove themselves from the JV and try to get some more playing time.
And, you look at guys like Jacob Pitney. I mean, with how his leadership, he has really became very vocal. Last season, they got all that varsity minutes, and he has just really blossomed. And you got guys like Dante Workman. I think Dante Workman's a guy to keep an eye on this year. His ability to facilitate and run the offense, he is going to be a stud out there as far as playing the point guard position.
Yep, Dante's always been that. He's always been that X factor for coach, and we talked about that last year. That in any game he could just take over, and he is a really good ball facilitator, and it's going to be exciting to see what he does.
And then another upperclassman you're going to see with a lot of playing time, and with Tanner Wood-Hoyle down playing the post. Now, we've seen Tanner really grow the last two seasons. He got more physical, he got stronger, and how he has played underneath the basket the last couple of years, you want to look up the term hustle in the dictionary, his picture's right there.
Yeah, and you talked about him last year. He had nothing but great praise for him, and it's really nice to see that the hard work finally pay off.
And a lot of that, that JV to varsity, the game speeds up, but the biggest thing for that, confidence is the biggest thing, and trusting yourself and not being afraid to make a mistake.
That's exactly what it is. The game speeds up, but you get used to that. It's really your body's really good at just catching up and getting used to it. But the confidence is, if you start off the season with a lack of confidence, then it could carry out through the whole season. So first game is really big.
And then you look at your other juniors as far as going down in there, you're going to see some playing time. Caden Large, disciplined, the way he plays the game, he's very fundamental in his approach, but how he attacks the game and how he plays, he's another junior to keep an eye on. That's going to do some outstanding things. And then you kind of go down, we got Brant Blackford and Isaiah Vaca, who had a good game in the JV game when he played here earlier tonight. I mean, they've got a good group of juniors, but then I think that sophomore group, there's a lot of special players in there, and you got a couple that are, you might see some freshmen kind of sprinkled in there, but I think guys like, you look at Landon Patrick, Jaden Overmeyer, Gage Riffle, and Isaac Quintana, those guys there, I think that is a good slew of guys right there for this team.
The coach is definitely smiling looking at these underclassmen. He's got a lot of talent coming up for the next few years.
The big thing is you don't have a ton of size. I mean, you don't really have that big post presence that you'd like to see, but the way this group here, I mean, Coach Groves, I mean, he hasn't had the biggest guys out there, and he has been very successful with a group that maybe not be as tall.
Yep. I think the last year that Coach Groves actually had a really tall, rounded team was when Zach Pitney and Rand Johnson played. I believe that was the first year you guys came. You started the sports network, but
that was those guys. I wasn't here yet. I wasn't here.
Well, and you was here for probably part of that with the starting with the flood and then going that route.
Oh yeah,
I was here at the flood. That's when I showed up.
That was not a fun year, but.
And now you look on the other side. Look at Oregon Davis. This group here, I mean, 57th meeting between these two teams here. Triton leads that all-time series, but Oregon Davis, a team, Larry Sennert now, he's in his fifth season. Last season, you may not see the numbers, the wins, but this, you want to talk about a group that works hard. We watched them play in sectional play, and they gave Culver and Marquette, they gave all they could handle.
Yeah, they did, and it was really fun to watch, especially in that first half when they just were playing like there was no tomorrow, and they just left it all out the court.
And the nice thing with them, they got three seniors on the floor. I mean, and go Carson Matthew, but they got guys 6'6", and they got a handful of guys over 6 foot. And Ethan Hewitt's one, and DJ Garland, a sophomore. They've got a lot of athleticism. They got a lot of length now. If they can put that a little more and stay disciplined in their approach, I think this is going to be a very good Oregon Davis basketball team. But no, like I said, for them playing at home, and like Kenny, we know Larry pretty well. He's a guy that he's a tough coach, but he's a guy that those guys really respect.
Yeah, he likes to work with these guys. Get on them, get them working, get them lined up for a good game.
And I mean, and like this group, like you said, you come off that 05 to 17, the sectional championship teams. They had some really good teams. They maybe haven't had that success as much, but yet his group has improved each year.
Yeah, you always see it. We see them. This will probably be one of these last years that we're going to see these first in the season, and then turn around. We see them in sectional and see how much over that course of that season that they've really progressed and really working on it.
Well, and of course, this game next year is going to be a conference game.
Yes.
So because the Oregon Davis now will be part of the Hoosier North and everything but football. So I mean, it's going to be some.
And so we'll bring it up here to the schedule here in a little and sometime during the course of the game. But yeah, this may not be a first game. Starting out with the conference, going to move some things around.
So that being said, about a minute 20 away from the national anthem and tip-off, and I think it's always fun to get boys basketball. We've had girls basketball going, but now that boys basketball, the marathon has started until March.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. I've just got done out of the field, got everything pretty well. Hey, now it's just switching gears and just keeping at it.
But yeah, and you but like I said, going back to how this. This is going to be. I think this is going to be a fun group of Triton. This group's going to be. It's going to be a fun group to watch, and a group that's going to mesh really well. And another one I did not mention. We'll mention him real quick. Is Julian Swanson. I don't know why I missed Julian, but this kid here is going to get released. I think his shooting stroke looks a lot stronger. He's going to kind of get freed himself off. I think Julian Swanson. I look for him to have a big sophomore year. I think this is a guy that's going to put the points up in a hurry this year.
Yep, you got that freshman season out of the way. It was a big step up from what you were playing, and now you're in the varsity, and now it's your sophomore year. So. Going to keep rolling.
All righty, so we're about 25 seconds away from the national anthem. And tip-off will be back after that right here on the Triton Trojan Sports Network.
It's fine.
Now it's fine. Now I'm here.
This one's fine.
We would like for you to stand for the moment of silence. This week, our community has suffered some great losses. Our neighboring school, West Central, lost a student in a tragic accident. We would also like to honor Mr. Slusher, who has been a pillar in our community and at Oregon Davis for many years. He passed away yesterday. John served as a teacher, principal, and superintendent at Oregon Davis schools. He served for over 40 years on the Hamlet Fire Department and almost 60 years in the Hamlet Lions Club. He raised his family here and was a member of the Methodist Church in Hamlet. He would be greatly missed in our community. Please join us now for a moment of silence. All right, and we're going to play the national anthem by the Oregon Davis Pep Band. Oregon High School would like to welcome you to tonight's contest between the Triton Trojans and your Oregon Davis Bobcats. Let's introduce the starters for visiting team on the board, the Triton Trojans. Starter number 5, Dante Woodford. Number 10, Julian Swanson. Number 20, Dave Riddle. Sophomore, wearing number 5, Tyler Matthews. 6' sophomore, wearing number 1, DJ Garland. And a 5'10" sophomore, wearing number 2, Brady Edford. And a 6'6" junior, wearing number 40, Carson. And a 6'4" senior, wearing number 0, Ethan Viers. Offsides are head coached by Larry Sennert. This means tonight's official, Blue Crown Staff Nurse is John Rice. These individuals have committed their time to our student athletes, and we appreciate their efforts and sacrifices. Let's play on.
All right, the starting lineups are out there. Like I said, Q, and Triton may not have that size, but that's a very athletic group that knows how to move the floor. That can. And one thing we talked about, you and I kind of off the air, is the shooters. Triton's got a plethora of shooters.
Oh yeah, they do, and they were working on that last year, and this year they're just going to get better.
So Dante Workman and the 6'6" junior and Carson Matthew get ready to get things underway.
Best time of the year. Here we go.
And Oregon Davis will control the tip as Garland will bring it up the floor. Triton will set under their defense as Riffle comes out to guard Garland. Goes to Hewitt on the right wing. Danford runs underneath. We're going to get a moving. We're going to travel on the Bobcats. So it'll be a turnover on the first play. And Triton will take over. They got officials who can throw the ball on a dart. So pitching out inbound. Workman will bring it up the floor. And what Dante Workman's been so impressive to watch this young man grow into his role as a leader. We saw this year during football, but he has really developed as an outspoken leader that can really facilitate and make everybody around him better. Riffle works to Workman on top of the key. The slingshot looks back from the back doors closed. Now hands off to Swanson. Swanson drives. Riffle, he'll try a corner 3 on the way. Off the mark, no good. Rebound is Tanner Whithoyo. Banks open. And one opportunity coming for Tanner Whithoyo.
And that is how you start off your season. Crashing the boards and getting your and one.
And just like we said, like we talked in pregame, with Tanner's so impressive is how he hustles underneath, how he can get up there and get his hands on the basketball and go right back. But right there, he didn't wait, didn't look. He went back, right back, looked for a shot. He's off on that one. Danford with the rebound.
Who was that foul?
That foul was, I didn't catch it.
Yeah, I didn't catch it either.
They didn't say it. It's not on the board. We'll have to check that one. Screen set by Matthew. Garland trying to cross her to lose. Swanson knocked away from Riffle. Garland resets. Skips it on top to Hewitt. Works the screen to his right on top of the key. A lot of screens being set by the Bobcats as Garland settles in. Matthew on the outside. Jabs it against Whithoyo. Backing down the big man. Kicks out. Hewitt across the way.
Good patience by OD, just swinging the ball around. You got to wait for the right shot.
Garland works with the screen. Matthew, the head of steam on the baseline, leaning into on the runner, and he can't get the equalizer. Danford with the rebound, throws it back to Matthew. Carson Matthew backing down, goes up with the right hand out the window, no good. Jacob Pitney with the rebound.
Push.
Skips up the floor, high pass to Riffle. Riffle, short corner 2 on the way. Short mark didn't catch the rim. Hewitt with the rebound.
Who shot that one?
Riffle.
I got to fix something else.
Garland patient, goes to Matthew on the far side. That's one thing watching Oregon Davis. This team is very patient in their approach here offensively. Garland lost it on the way through, and Triton takes back over off the turnover.
Patience is key. You got to swing the ball around, move it, and that defense is going to break down, they're going to get tired, and they're going to get the easy open shots.
Well, and if you're Oregon Davis right now, say, hey, you know what? It's still early in the first quarter, but your offense being very patient and fluid, just get that ball secured down a little bit more and you'll be set. Dante Workman to the basket. Lost it. Missed and knocked away, and he'll stay right here. Workman settles in to inbound. Goes on top to Riffle.
Back to the corner.
Feeds it down underneath to Tanner Woodhoyle. Pitney with the up fake. He's going to drive to the basket. Underneath, stops, skips it out to Swanson. Fakes it to the right, spinning out on the elbow. Goes to Woodhoyle, back to Workman. Workman pull-up jumper from the 2. Banks it in.
Good ball movement by Triton. No set needed. Just swing the ball, move the ball.
And watching this team against Peru in that scrimmage, this is a group that kind of likes to shoot those mid-range jumpers. That's my favorite game, but some people don't like that.
Bringing old school back. But also getting on the floor. Got to push the ball now.
Triton with the steal. Swanson with the left hand. It's good. Point off turnover as Oregon Davis used their first timeout. So, of course, we've talked about in the girls' game, but you're going to see it possibly tonight. And these quarters now, you're looking at, you get $5,000 a quarter, you go for a double bonus. No more 1-and-1, it's per quarter right now. So it's similar to NBA rules.
There's so many new rules. I got to get caught up on them now.
Well, that's really the biggest one.
Changing the game, making it more exciting.
Yeah, and you look at, I think that right there, what I like it. Now, granted, it changes things up a little bit different, but it makes you better at your free throws. And that's the thing I like seeing is that everybody's going to have to be better at your free throws. The free throws are going to be a lot more important with those bonus that you're going to have now in this in these quarters.
Most definitely. I mean, what they say is free throw win championship. So get to that line and knock them down.
I mean, those are free points. They're just sitting there uncontested. All you got to do is drop it in the bucket. It's not a carnival game.
No.
You just got to drop it in the bucket.
Sometimes it's easier said than done, but.
Yes, it is. I practice many hours on my free throws.
What's worse is when you get fouled at the end of the quarter and it's just cleared and it's just you alone.
Well, those I was fine with those.
I hated those. I like the people being around me.
So Oregon Davis off the timeout.
Triton's going to pick it up full court. Speed up the pressure a little bit.
Garland gets it up the floor, stops in the corner. Here comes the trap, skips it across to Hewitt. Good handle.
Great job by Oregon Davis to get that across and not panic.
Connor Matthew goes on over to Hewitt. Danford patrolling the baseline.
Oh, good
Hewitt,
seal
good
off.
head of steam. It's up and in. Ethan Hewitt strikes. And he's one watching him last year. He has those long strides. He can drive and go. Pitney from deep. Off the iron, short of the mark. Danford with the rebound. Did you get that?
Yep,
Okay.
that's why I had to fix. It wasn't quite right, but I got it fixed.
Matthew backing down with Hoyo, dumps it to Danford, works it back on top to Hewitt. Connor Matthew stops on the side of the lane. Tries to go back door to Garland on a reverse lay-in's good. 4-0 run for the Bobcats. That was good ball movement and a good find. I mean, this group here moving the floor well. Good ball movement, opened that one up.
That's what we discussed. Move that ball around. Defense is going to break down. Oh, good find.
And blocked by Matthew and a foul. Con, there is no 33.
There is no 33.
Okay, who's the foul on?
Yeah.
Going back and discussing.
40.
Oh, he's saying it was on 5. He was putting all the blame on him.
I'm not putting that up there. I don't know how many fouls they've got.
Yeah, that's what we got. We got one of their players who's got a foul that I don't have record of.
And in between quarter, I'll try to go back and look. Hoyo settles in. Free throw on the way. Off the iron, no good. Triton yet to get a free throw to drop.
Just got to take your time. First free throws of the year.
Aim for that backside of that iron. It's a little short.
Putting your hand in the cookie jar. There it is.
Off the side iron, no good. Connor Matthew with the rebound. Wood Hoyo's got his work kind of cut out for him with Carson Matthew, a very good, very athletic big man, as he takes him off the dribble. Look at Matthew, nice drive, leaves it for Danford. Danford fadeaway jumper. Matthews put back, ties it at 6.
Right
6-0 run by the Bobcats out of the timeout. Hoyle skips in the corner. Swanson fakes it left. He's going to drive the baseline. Now he'll skip it. Riffle now to Workman. Workman deep 2 on the way. Count it. And Triton stops the run at 6.
Great job by Coach Gross calling a set and calming his boys down.
Now goes off the foot off Danford.
Oh, got travel.
Oh, a travel call, excuse me. Coach Sennert trying to plead his case. Larry's a fun one to watch on the sideline. I mean, he wears that sideline down now.
He was clear half court. Now he's going to be baseline.
Riffle with the pull-up jumper and a foul call late, and he'll go to the line for 2. Of course, Coach Jason Groves, his illustrious career, 9th for him as a head coach. Got over the 300 win mark last season. So Riffle's going to try to lift the lid from the free throw line for Triton. Still can't get it there. Sealed tight.
4 attempts, have not gotten any of them to go.
Second one on the way, tickles the line, and Triton lifts the lid on the free from the charity stripe. Danford leaves it for Hewitt. Triton's going to turn up that pressure.
Great job by Oregon Davis to break that.
Matthews got ahead of steam. Good feed down to Danford, but couldn't hang on to it.
Got it all the way there in just that last little bit.
And that's one thing like this Oregon Davis team watching this. Like I said, their passing is on point. They stay patient. Those plays are going to be there. Now to Riffle on top, back to Pitney. Pitney with the up fake. Deep 2 from the short corner on the way. In and out. Rebound to Garland. Garland kicks it into gear. Riffle out to pick up him. Triton's going to send on man defense. Garland up top. 2 minutes to go here in the first. Garland drives, slithers his way through, can't get to drop in. Pitney with another rebound. Up to Riffle. Riffle transition 3. Iron no good. And we're going to get a foul call. I believe this might be on Triton. They're going to call the push on Oregon Davis. Foul's going to be on Garland.
So it's his first.
And that will send in Connor Frazier. Stanford comes off the floor, and Quintana will check in for Tanner Wood-Hoyo. Quintana's another one, an athletic forward. Riffle on the outside on top to Workman. Workman drives into the lane, goes to the runner, kind of fading away off the iron. Quintana with the hustle rebound. Swanson top the key. Back to Pitney. Thought about the corner. Matthew took it away. Now to Swanson. Swanson deep 3 on the way. Julian Swanson hit that one from deep. Triton extends now. They're on a 6-0 run of their own. Matthew on the outside.
Triton fell back into a zone.
Inside a minute to go now. To Frazier. Skipping it high across to Hewitt. Triton will settle in now to more of a 2-3 zone look. And Swanson knocks it away, and he'll stay here. And watching this group, this Triton group, they play man well, but I think their zone defense is something that I think is going to be a big strength for this group.
Oh, they're quick, they're athletic, they're everywhere. They fly around, and I think zone is gonna work out for them very well.
Caden Large checked in for Jacob Pitney. Garland gets on the free throw line, backing down Riffle. Outside to Hewitt. 30 seconds to go. Possibly. Hewitt stops on the right wing. Trying to lose it. 3 from Connor Matthews, no good. Swats the rebound, and Triton's going to push in transition. Now to Riffle. He'll with the up fake. Stott thought about it. Quintana was underneath.
Yep.
And a travel call, and Triton turns it over.
Just spun it just enough, but Triton's first turnover.
11.5. And here comes Landon Patrick. He'll check in for Riffle. And Landon's one I've really grown on me. I like watching him play. He's got that old school point guard, long length, knows the floor well. Very good defender.
Ooh.
A foul from the near side official will be on Patrick.
Got to see him healthy and back after that injury last year.
Yep. Talked to his dad quite a bit after that, and he's really, clock's not running now. It's going. Hewitt goes, and then Triton wanted a charge call and a late call.
Travel?
And a travel. Dante Workman trying to get position cue. You see these guys really kind of trying to draw those charges.
Hey, I am one for taking the charge.
And lets it roll. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Workman on the way. Goes up at the buzzer. Can't drop it in. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. Triton leads 12-6. So I'll go back so I can find that foul.
I think Haynes said it was either on Hewitt or on Matthew.
Well, there's 2 of those.
0 or 5.
0 or 5.
Yep.
We'll go back and look here. See if I can go back. Well, Q, you look at this group here. I mean, that's kind of the first quarter, I think, for both teams. I think there's a lot to build on here going in the second.
Yep, and you got to remember, start of the season, you got those the first game jitters. So now it's just locking in, and it's letting those jitters kind of calm down. Now it's getting back into the playbook, running plays, running sets, letting your boys just feel for the game the rest of the night.
And if you're Oregon Davis down there, I think a lot of things they did they did a lot of things extremely well. If you're Coach Sennert, what are you telling those guys?
Just calm down. We got to breathe. They're a very fast, athletic team, but we got the size. We got to get it inside more. We got to recognize what defense they're in as well.
It took them a little bit to get going, and then boom, they got 6 points.
Yep.
Got right back into it. So that kind of gets that momentum early enough to know, hey, we're right here. We got it going. We got things clicking.
And that's exactly something you got to talk about. You got to bring up the fact that you went on a 6-0. You went on a 6-0 run. That you can hang with these guys no matter how good that they are. Eventually, you guys are going to get the shots to start falling. So,
Camera guy didn't get it either. We'll have to check at halftime. Well, this quarter won't matter, but
nope.
3 sets.
Yep, reset on quarters again, or on fouls for the.
Workman with the jumper, can't drop it in. Quintana fighting for it, but Oregon Davis coming away with the rebound. Frazier up the floor, goes to Danford. Danford pull-up jumper from mid-range, drops it in.
Shot. Recognized that nobody was on him and pulled it.
Caden Large in the left wing. On top, Pitney lost it through his fingers and trying to get called for over and back.
Yep.
I like the hustle by Frazier there. He
wanted it.
Yeah, because one of those things, it's going to be over back, just grab it because that. It could have been a stolen ball and a layup.
Yeah, sometimes as for me, sometimes when the ball would go over.
So some sort of confusion
Yeah,
down
I'm
there.
not sure what they were kind of discussing.
Frazier and Patrick battling on the outside of the three-point line. Screen.
Ooh, that's a charge.
Yep.
Oh, 5 seconds.
5 seconds was the call. Matthew might have got away with him to kind of hook that leg outside.
That happened at the 5.5 second.
Yeah. Yeah, it's now we're jumping numbers here.
Yep, scoreboard. Their scoreboard here is issues. They tried changing the jump ball. They did try changing a controller, so yeah, if you do see the time jump a few seconds, it's the in-house scoreboard.
Swanson and Woodhoyo now checking in. No, it is not your buff. It's not buffering. Caught that earlier. So Swanson and Woodhoyo back in the game.
Little soft pressure.
Leaves it down to Matthew underneath.
Good help by Jacob. Oof.
Reach in call on Triton.
Gonna be on Pitney.
And that's it.
Yep. So that's going to be his first. Team's first this quarter.
Riffle now. We'll check back in. So Triton's got their starting group back out on the floor. Goes to Matthew, gets caught in traffic. Good lead pass down to Connor Matthew. Good patience, and he will draw the foul and go to the line for two as the foul possibly is going to be on Riffle.
Yep. So his first.
2 team fouls now on Triton.
So this is Bjorgen Davis' first free throw attempt of the game.
Knocks it in on the first try.
That's the way you want to start the season.
Yeah.
You want to knock that first free throw in.
You're 100%.
Second one drops in for Connor Matthew. 2 points now separate the two teams. Hands off to Swanson. Trying with some movement here. Riffle goes and then trying to get through.
Yep.
A foul call on the Bobcats.
Hook.
It's going to be on Danford.
And his second. His team's first for this quarter.
Pitney gets it.
Back cut.
Oh.
Oh, he had him.
Goes off of the.
Yep.
Went off the Bobcats. Now it goes to Pitney. He'll reset.
Curl.
Riffle goes on top to Workman. Workman driving the lane, dumps it.
Good
Nice feed to
dump.
Tanner Whithoyo. The bank's open.
Great vision by Dante.
Out to Frazier, ripped away from Workman, but look at Carson Matthew backing down. Answers right back with a bank shot of his own. Back to a 2-point ball game. Goes to Swanson. Good feed down to Pitney on the baseline. And Oregon Davis really turned up the heat. Their man-to-man defense is tight, and Carson Matthew going to get called for a foul. Keep an eye. This might be that one we missed. That was on him.
Yep. So that's got her cleaned up.
Which that would be
His second. Yep.
okay. This is okay.
Yep. His second. So got a couple Oregon Davis players with each 2 fouls.
Swanson on the outside, on top to Dante Workman. Workman attacks the basket. Good kick
Good
out.
kick
Pitney
out.
by himself for 3. Can't drop it in. And Matthew trying to corral it, and Garland back in the game as he'll bring it up the floor. Swanson's 3 is the only one to drop here in this first half for Triton. Oregon Davis has only attempted 1. Workman going to come out and start the countdown. Hewitt lost his dribble. Now goes to Matthew, tipped by Woodhoyo, and he's going to get called for a push.
Yep.
I believe that'll be his second.
I got him down for just
one.
one.
Just one. That'll be it's on Woodhoyo.
Yeah.
So that'll be his. Okay, he's just clicked it.
Yeah,
Okay,
I only
we're
got
good.
him down
We're
for
good.
1.
I thought he had a second one earlier. Oh, never mind. I know what play that was now. Matthew on the outside, works away from the screen. Backing down, trying to run the lane with the little scoop
good
and drops it.
move.
Ties it at 14, Q.
You know, for a big man, he can really move and dribble that ball really well.
6'6". He's not very heavy-footed, very light-footed. Kind of what you want to see from a big man that can move.
Yeah. Back cut.
Swants on the right wing down to Woodhoyle. Lost his dribble, and they're going to get an offensive foul on Tanner Woodhoyle. Now he's got 2. Patrick and Quintana now to check in.
And that's 4 teams fouls in this quarter. So you say that's so different in this year, but one more could start shooting 2.
It's okay. Abby still loses track.
Oh, it's my favorite defense ever, the 1-3-1.
And it's an effective defense, and then Triton runs it so well.
Put your length up top, and you got your speed in the corners.
Garland now feeds down to Matthew.
Morgan Davis doing a great job breaking it. What a move. Ooh.
I don't know if that's going to be on Riffle. That's your cross there. Yes, it is. And that's going to be his second, but that's the big 5 for this quarter.
And Carson Matthew a chance for their first lead of the game.
Okay, so maybe you can explain this a little bit for me. So we got 5 fouls, so now.
Yep, so per quarter now, they did away with the 1-on-1.
Mm-hmm.
So now per quarter, if you get 5 fouls, it's an automatic shooting 2.
Okay, so we get another foul, they go to the line for 2.
Yes.
All right.
And Oregon Davis gets their first lead of the ball game.
Yes, and then that resets per quarter then.
All right, well, thank you.
Personal fouls don't reset, though, so.
No.
Oh, wouldn't that be lovely as a player?
Boy, I never would have fouled out of a game.
Exactly.
I'm going to reach in foul on the Bobcats, be their 3rd team foul.
Brady Danford.
Yep. So yeah, then that's going to be his 3rd, so probably won't see him till after the half.
So Connor Matthew checks in. Caden Large out there with Swanson, Quintana, Patrick, and Pitney, who drives the lane with the right hand and the left hand, and that one drops in.
That's a good, strong take by Pitney.
Oh, and then the take, the length, and just the confidence going at the rim. That was a good play by him.
And the confidence, yeah. He's missed 2 threes, so what does he do? He goes straight to the basket. That's showing some varsity experience.
Frazier in the corner. Skips it across to Hewitt. Hewitt by himself. Pull-up jumper from mid-range. Count it.
Shot.
And the Bobcats back out in front. A couple lead changes here in the last 30 seconds. Caden Large for the lead. Side iron. Just out the extra turn for Quintana as Connor Matthew gets the rebound. 3.5 to go before halftime, I think.
Yeah, it's been.
Must be a little bit of
hands.
A communication error. Hewitt on the outside, up top to Garland. Trying to direct his offense. Works with the screen to his left. Leaves it for, tries to run the pick and roll. Hewitt gets the recipient of the loose ball. Jumper's good. And Oregon Davis extends their lead to 3. Coach Sennert all smiles down on his bench. Caden Large with the up fake. He'll drive. Kicks out to Pitney. Pitney attacks the basket. Pull-up jumper from the baseline. Too strong. Frazier with the rebound. Triton going a little cold on their jump shooting here in this second quarter. Coach Groves wanting a foul call. Garland extends it again with a 3. Oh, they're going to say it was a 2. It was a 2.
Put on the line.
Yep. Groves
Jason
good.
Groves call his.
So we got to manually do this. So that'll be the first timeout.
That was only put there for Q because Q likes to keep track of timeouts.
Timeouts are big. You get down to that crunch time. You got to know as a player that you have one or that you don't have one.
So Jason Groves down there, being very animated down there in that hole. What is he telling that group?
Wake up. That's exactly what he's saying. Wake up, slow down, trust in the offense. We got to start running the offense. Too many quick getting it down, putting up a shot. He wants you to be aggressive, yes, but he also wants you to be smart. So if you're going to take a shot, you got to be at least going up for a foul, or it's got to be a layup.
Hopefully they didn't get into any turkey or anything and getting falling asleep. You know,
No.
it's a little early for that yet.
Yeah, and then tomorrow they got Turkey Day, but then the practice after. Those have always been the killer ones. You gotta limit what you eat tomorrow, or you are not gonna have fun for the next practice.
I'm not so sure I'd handle those practices real well. There better be a trash can nearby.
Oh, Coach Groves is he's pretty good about having a trash can nearby.
Pitney on the right wing. So Triton draws up, see how they going to run out of a timeout.
Get the Dante one-on-one rip.
Yep, they got everybody kind of cleared out.
Patrick attacks down to Swanson. Works away from the screen.
Oh,
Back to
good find.
Quintana. And a foul
There
call
you
on the
go.
Bobcats.
Good vision.
I'm not sure. Connor Matthew was straight up.
Yeah. That's what they're going to. And that's his third. So second Oregon Davis player. You want that intensity, but you don't want to get into the foul problems already here in this first half.
Now Coach has a problem. Do you take him out or do you leave him in?
I think that's the thought. I think you just read his mind because he looked down his bench and trying to make his mind up here. He likes to leave him in. Quintana's second free throw drops in the bucket. 3-point ball game. Hillcat, Landon Patrick with the steal.
There you go.
And Patrick draws the foul. Now that's 5 team fouls in the Bobcats.
Yes. Yep.
It will be on, I believe, Garland.
Yes, Garland.
Love the hustle by Patrick. Just coming out of nowhere. Turning on the burners.
Like I said, he's one that I really like his game. When you look at a guard, he is my kind of guard.
Yep, and he does
Lincoln.
everything. He does everything right. He's always looking for that extra player to pass the ball to. He's always getting shots for everyone else. Oh, they're gonna have to put some time back on the clock.
Yeah, it's because it's running right now.
They're not stopping. It's still going. Who called the timeout? Did anybody catch that? Was that an official timeout?
Might be a.
I think Coach got their Coach Groves got their attention to stop the clock or look at the clock.
Well, Coach Grove's not as animated in this timeout or whatever this was. I'm not sure.
I think he's seeing the hustle. He's seeing the hustle start. He's seeing them start to wake up. And
This is a group. I mean, Coach Groves, he really likes this group out here. I mean, I talked to him a little bit, and they're after one of the girls' games. He really likes this group of guys he has here on this team.
he spoke highly of them. I got the chance to talk to him a little bit during the football season when they were doing their summer runs, and he had nothing but praise for the leadership of some of these guys and a lot of these guys taking that next step.
Well, a lot of these guys played football together, and we saw them really kind of step forward with that leadership role in football as well. Patrick off the mark, and look at Dante Workman with the rebound.
Hustle, that's all that is.
Patrick calls out the play. Inside 2 minutes to go now.
Swing it.
Pitney on the outside. Down to Workman in the corner. Quintana trying to get position. Workman drives the lane. No look pass to Quintana. Handles it. Patrick, one more pass to Pitney.
Got to be ready to shoot that.
Yep, he was just open enough.
Minute and a half. Triton patient on their approach. Back to Pitney. Now he'll try a three. Short of the mark. Didn't get down to drop in. And Frazier with the rebound. Swanson going to back off the pressure a little bit, but he's going to pick Garland up right at half court. Connor Matthew goes to Carson Matthew. Hewitt back to Matthew. Big man running underneath, trying to throw that frame around. Goes right up and in.
Great footwork and adjustment to get back to the basket.
And good body control. He wasn't overpowering with his body. Just use that finesse to walk right in.
Make sure not to swing no elbows and get a charge. Pick up your fourth.
Swanson from deep. Can't get down to drop in. Frazier with another rebound. Triton still only one three-pointer to drop in this first half. Matthew again attacking. Pitney coming to the help side on this near side left block. Owen crossing it over, working against Swanson. Hangs onto his dribble. And loses the ball. Pitney back to the way. Stops.
Great job by Oregon Davis to stop the fast break.
Quintana was alone for a minute and underneath the basket. Oregon Davis quickly adjusts.
Coach Groves calling out a set, get the last shot.
Quintana
Here, watch. Turn
lost
it
the
into
ball. Oh, and somehow finds
it.
Patrick at the buzzer. Oh, in and out.
out.
And Triton will trail 23-19 to the host Bobcats. We'll be back after halftime with stats and everything right here on the Triton Trojan Sports Network.
At Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, we're not just good at insurance. We're good at Emma and Jake's just baby-proof their 2-bedroom bungalow to prepare for baby number 1 insurance. We're good at Madeline and Chance's just gave in and became minivan people to make room for baby number 2 insurance. And we're good at Gabby and Nate's just moved to a house with a bigger backyard to welcome fur baby number 3 insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
At Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, we're not just good at insurance.
We're good at Matt's 1-car, 2-bedroom apartment with a home office / home gym insurance.
We're good at Nick's SUV and farmhouse with a remodeled kitchen / art gallery insurance.
And we're good at the Wilbur suburban home with the 2-car garage / rehearsal space insurance.
Have you seen my hockey socks?
Have you checked your sock drawer?
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
All right, welcome back, everyone, here to the Bobcat Den. Andy O'Hara with me is Quentin Namson, Kenny Barnhart, Kate Hummich, and the Hall of Famer Ryan Lemler here for the Triton Trojans Sports Network, broadcasting live on YouTube in the IHSA Championship. We'll see what the halftime conversations, how they make an adjustment coming out here as Triton trails by 4.
Reach in.
Of course, Oregon Davis has a couple players with 3 fouls. That's going to be Matthew. That's going to be 4 on him.
Yep. So that's not what you want to do, just right coming out at halftime.
He even looked over at coach and he just reminded him, hey, I got 4 fouls. I don't want to pick up that 5th.
That's a big loss for Oregon Davis.
Oh, they're keeping him out there? Oh.
Getting subbed out.
Oh.
He didn't think the foul was on him.
Forgot that there were 2 Matthews out there.
Yep. Out to Swanson. Had it for a moment. Good close up by Garland.
Good kick out.
Dante Workman.
There you go. And that's what you want coming out of the half. You want your shot out of the flow of the offense to fall.
Well, especially for Triton, that's their only second 3-pointer to drop. They were 1 of 7, or 1 of 8, in that first half. Look at Carson Matthew. Frazier with the runner. Drop. Oregon Davis wanting a foul call.
Got to push it.
Trying to rebound. Swanson on the outside.
Good
Pull-up
move.
jumper from the baseline, draws the foul. If that's on Danford, that's 4 on him.
It is.
It is. So, yeah, the 2 players had 3 here within a minute into the second half. Here we pick up their 4th on each.
Well, Ryan must not want to talk tonight.
I think he's been jumping in and out of everything.
Swanson settles in. First free throw on the way. Drops in. He's probably excited or relieved to have you back since he can take a breath a little bit here. And
I don't have to do tech support from the combine and get everything working.
Aiden McCollum will now check in, number 30. As Danford will set 2 players with 4 fouls for Oregon Davis. We'll see how they adjust. Swanson can't get the friendly roll. Dante Workman tips it with Hoyo. Banks open. So Triton answers back.
You love that as a leader. Dante didn't throw his hands up and complain that he didn't get the points. He was cheering on with Hoyo for getting the rebound and the putback.
And that's Dante's mentality. That's how he is, everybody. You talk about a good leader, a team captain. Look at Whit Hoyo with the steal. Going against Garland with the right hand. Up, Banks too strong. Is closed. A little too strong at the bucket. And Matthew with the rebound. Well, that's Dante's mentality. That's how he is. He is a guy that's going to build you up. He is a great leader.
Yep. Just lost a little handle on it.
And a timeout for Coach Sennert.
Yep. Get them to refocus a little bit.
I believe their second timeout.
Yep. So while we got this minute here, we'll try to remember to I'll fix that, but we'll throw up the schedule here. It's a little different this year just because of a few things. Of course, we've got Oregon Davis here tonight, but that Culver Academy, or South Bend Career Academy, is filling in for normally a Northwood game.
Yep.
But because of their football, and they just couldn't get that game rescheduled, they're going to state here this weekend. So Career Academy is going to step up and do that one. The Plymouth game that's normally into that time frame, you'll notice, did get shoved into February. So we're still playing Plymouth just a little bit later in the season. So a little mix-up here. A little different for us.
And also adding South Central back in the matchup, too, as well. They're back on the schedule. So regular season meeting between those 2 teams, that'll be at South Central. But
I guess that's the one that actually got thrown in as the Northwood game there, and the Career Academy took the Plymouth spot. So, but yeah, a little different here. So we don't quite have our, normally we do this home game or the away game and then do like 5 home games in a row. We got a little bit of a break in there now. So,
but hey, after January, when everything gets nasty and everything, we're all at home for a lot of those games. So not complaining. Not that I would complain if there were away games, but still, it does make things a little bit nicer for travel for us. As Workman will come out with after Oregon Davis take the timeout. Back to Dante Workman. Skips it across. Riffle for 3. Can't drop it. With Hoyo's putback is fouled.
Any young players that are watching this, if you want playing time when you get up to the varsity, that man right there is you need to take after him. Hustle, hustle, hustle. Hard work will pay off.
Drops the first one in. And Tanner Wood-Hoyle, that you want to talk about work ethic and hustle. That young man he has impressed me since his freshman season. And he has just gotten tough, and he has earned those minutes. And he's perfect from the line on that trip. But those offensive boards, I think this is where Tanner, I think he is going to be a guy that's going to really shine this year in the post. Matthew, a little hand fight trying to get freedom from Whit Hoyo. Garland works to the top of the key. Back door's closed. Gets the handoff now to Matthew. Goes to Frazier. Column goes in the corner to Hewitt. Goes to Garland. Puts on the brakes, trying to get freed up with the crossover. Matthew rotates to the elbow, sets the screen for Frazier. And a hold. Foul call on Triton.
Not who I thought. So Dante's going to pick up his first, team's first this quarter.
Frazier looking, patient with the basketball, trying to find somewhere to go with it. Up high to Garland Rifferl, almost got a piece of it. Matthew top the key, inside 5.5 here in the third.
Got it.
Ooh, drop the charge.
There it is.
Tanner Whit Hoyo.
That would be number 4 on him.
That was on
Carson Matthews. Should be
Yeah.
number. Should be.
I just got him down. That's his first.
That's his first. You're on the other one.
Yeah.
You're on Connor. That was Carson. Got 2
They
Matthews.
both have 4?
No, he only has one.
4? He only has 1?
Yeah,
has
Carson
one.
only has one.
Oh,
It's okay, Q. First game of the year, buddy.
it is. I'm going to wake up.
We're not in midseason form yet. I should be. Pitney on the outside now. Goes to Swanson. He'll drive, pull up jumper from the free throw line, short of the mark. And Whit Hoyo with the hustle. And look at Carson Matthew gets the rebound and a foul call on Triton. But Tanner Whit Hoyo went for broke. Foul's going to be on, I believe, Pitney.
Yep. So that's his second.
And in comes the athletic Jaden Overmeyer. He'll check in for Julian Swanson. Swanson thought he got hit on the elbow in the shot.
Time out?
A technical foul on Triton.
For
I think they're calling on a player. The conversation on the player.
did one of them touch the player?
So technical foul. So Carson Matthews going to get some free throws here. Wait, and I'll see what the call was here. Long conversation between the official and Jason Groves. Matthews good on the first. It didn't say what player. It was just a technical foul.
Oh, Coach Groves is going back there to.
Good on the second. Or did he miss a second?
He missed a second.
Missed a second.
Got the first.
I'm still watching the interaction down here with Coach. Now timeout, I believe Oregon Davis. Going to take a 30. He's going to talk to the officials here. See if I can listen. So Chad Patrick's going to go out and call because Jason Groves cannot go out there, I guess.
Oh, I did figure out what's going on up here.
Oh, you did?
When it resets, it's taking out the formula.
Oh.
I got a little tweaking to do after hours.
So I wasn't seeing things.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Orion said I was seeing things. I said, no, it's not. He said, well, I said, I don't care. It's not working.
Because I know we fixed it yesterday morning, and it's still just even this time. And so get our fouls. That's a programming thing we have to do since the rule change.
So they did not add a team foul up there for that.
That's what I added, a foul just as a blank player for us to add one. But yeah, they did not add it. So evidently, do those not count towards the
I'm guessing not.
foul situation?
So I do believe Jason Groves cannot walk the sideline the rest of the game. I do believe with that technical foul. And a moving screen call on Hewitt.
Now that will get the 5th team foul. Yeah.
Well, now we got another stopped ball here.
Well, that's the 5th team foul. So now.
Yep.
They're going to call. They're going to shoot 2 shots.
I wonder how big of a change this was for the referees as well.
I imagine girls basketball took a little bit of getting used to. Kenny, they just added a team foul now up there for 3.
So, well, I'll leave it. I was just getting ready to fix that, so we'll leave it up there.
But see, now in the girls basketball, now I'm not real sure, but girls basketball offensive foul. I mean, if it was a 5th, they were not shooting a free throw. That's why I'm kind of confused here because it was an offensive foul.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's what they're
they're
discussing.
still-
Yeah.
And I think that's what they're still discussing. I don't think there's a shot. So yeah, it is an inbound because it was an offensive foul.
Yep.
Yeah, so charge. So yes.
Yep. I think Coach even was like, that was offensive. So, okay.
That's kind of where I was at. That's why I was confused why we were going to shoot. Hey, everybody's getting used to everything here.
Making it work.
Overmeyer, backdoor, good play. Jaden Overmeyer and the assist to Dante Workman.
He just led that perfectly. He had the vision.
Yep. And had everything cleared out
Yep.
enough to get that room to get that down there.
And slingshotted that ball right in as Garland will try to answer back and does. But Dante Workman, I call him the slingshot because that kid can move the ball. He can move anywhere. Just slings it around. Good cut again. Jaden Overmeyer draws the foul.
That's how you go up strong.
So Hewitt's going to get his 3rd.
It's a lot of key players for Oregon Davis with 3 or more fouls. 3 players. 3 starters with 3 or more fouls. So Overmeyer to the line.
Has not been there. No, he has not. So Triton's just not shooting great tonight. 50%, 7 of 14 at the line.
Like I said, with this new bonus, I mean, free throws are going to be ever important. We're going to get a hold. We're going to call a foul on Oregon Davis on McCollum. On Aiden. So it's on Aiden McCollum. They're going to call a foul on a hold.
So that's his 1st.
And he gets to go back and shoot.
Yeah, with this
So now Dante Workman will get 2 free throws. That's where you and I were talking, texting back and forth. That's why free throws are going to be so important this year.
I think
Evidently now we're going to discuss.
How do we handle one of these? Boy, everybody's just learning now. See, like I said, Jason Gross can't walk out. I mean, he's going.
Well, he can go to
team timeout like this.
players can't come off the court.
No, players.
So he's got to go to them at least.
Well, at least he's got his voice. He's not having Coach Short having to yell for him this year. They're discussing.
They're discussing the foul to make sure number one who the foul is against.
It's what you call an impromptu meeting. You saw this a lot in the office. You had several meetings. You didn't know what was going on, but you had several meetings. For us, we don't know. They know what's going on. We have no idea because we can't hear up here. But like I said, and for these officials, it's not easy as well. I mean, the new rules. I mean, and like I said, the officials, they have a tough job. I mean, all these rules, I mean, you can't just sit there and go read a book or Google search it while you're on the sideline. I mean, you guys call this stuff live, and for them to call fouls and, remember these situations, it is not an easy job. That's why you got to give these guys a lot of props even for going out there and
they want to do it right. And they want to do it right.
Exactly.
It's not like they just say, okay, let's just do this right now, and then hey, that could throw them off throughout the season. They can remember back, hey, we did it at this game, but now we're doing it different. So make sure they're getting everybody on the same page. And
they're not down there talking about whether they're going to go out to eat after this or anything like that. They're down there discussing. The biggest thing I think what they're trying to discuss is who shoots the free throw.
Yes.
Does Jaden Overmeyer go back and shoot the free throw for like one free throw, or with this being a foul, or is it Dante who was over there by that? That's what they're trying to figure out.
See if we can kind of judge here.
What did they do? A technical?
Yes, technical.
On Jaden?
Triton fans not happy as their technical foul call.
They put that on Dante. Huh.
So now Carson Matthew gets another attempt at technical free throws as Jason Gross trying to get an explanation. So now they're going to let Jaden Overmeyer shoot a free throw. Holy cow! If somebody understands this,
Yeah.
now a technical foul. Jaden Overmeyer's going to shoot technical free throws. What in the world?
Well, is this just because it's not necessarily
Off on both of them, so no points for Jaden Overmeyer. So it must have been a double technical.
Well, is it that, or he shot just because it didn't matter if for a rebound?
Maybe.
And now they're going to go shoot the technical foul, and then they'll get the ball afterwards.
Well, a lot of moving parts in this halfway point of the third quarter. Carson Matthew drops it in, a chance to draw within one here. Coach Shorey now trying to explain with Jason Groves.
And then now Oregon Davis will get the ball.
Swanson now will try to check in. He'll come in for Jaden Overmeyer.
Man, he was on the bench for a while, and not a whole lot of time was off the clock for him.
There was a lot of time in between that time, wasn't there?
Haynes think it was on the bench, not necessarily Groves.
Yeah, and I think that's what they're going to call the first technical,
First one.
yes.
The second one, I do believe it was on Dante because the way that he had reacted was, why am I getting
So I'm going to put that up, but I'm not sure where the other two disappeared off of Oregon Davis's.
Well, they don't mark them past
That's
five.
true.
Garland trying to send the team in motion. Now we're at the halfway point of the third quarter. Carson Matthew kicks to the corner. McCollum with it. Goes back down to Matthew. Kicks out. Frazier, corner three for the lead. Drops it in. Takes the lead by one. Workman comes over here in a hurry. Riffle now. Triton needing to answer on this basket. Pitney underneath. Hands off to Workman. He'll drive the
Good
baseline. A foul call on the Bobcats. Yep. He'll go to the line for two.
So Carson Matthews going to pick up his second.
I wonder if the technical was because he went to the free throw line instead of Jaden.
And I think because there really was no conversation, I would have saw that.
To who? And
he was just clarifying right there. Am I the one that's shooting this?
And I think, I think that's what I saw because both players going to the free throw line. There might have just been a mix-up with the technical.
Yeah, so is Dante the one that got fouled, so that's why he went there? But Jaden was the one that was shooting?
So Triton still
not good.
37% from the free throw line of 7-19. And now Oregon Davis gets a warning on their bench. Garland now working. Top of the key. Goes to McCollum in the corner. Back to Garland. Down to Matthew. Matthew, deep two. Can't get it. Look at the hustle, and it's going to go off of McCollum, and Triton gets it. About three players are chasing the hungry for that basketball. Triton trails by one with 3:11 to go here in the third. Triton relays the play to Workman. He'll set it in motion. Double screen now for Wood Hoyle as he'll drive, and a charge blocking foul call.
Still sliding into it, and then just kind of.
That'll be on Frazier.
His second.
So Wood Hoyle now to the line.
He's been there, not the best. They're 2 of 5 so far this evening at the line.
Good on the first.
I'm not going to say anything. Not yet. Not going to do the broadcaster curse.
Look, I have wore off on you finally.
There he goes. 2 for 2. I was going to say he went 2 for 2 for the first, so maybe he in the locker room just flipped it around.
Yep. And Tanner's a guy that can really adjust on the fly. His game, yeah, he'll make a mistake or so, but yeah, he's got the mental fortitude to really just adjust on the fly. Carson Matthew top the key. Doing everything they can to keep Carson Matthew away from the basket. Look at the big man rumble underneath. Good dump over to McCollum.
What a pass.
And look at Carson Matthew coming behind. He's going to get called for a foul.
That's going to be his third.
The officials. It's still confusing.
So Pitney now will go to the free throw line.
Has not been there tonight.
That's what I thought. Drops it in. 2-point lead now for Triton. Chance to extend to 3 with 2:27 to go in the third. This quarter has been forever.
Yes, it has. The first half.
A lot of conferences. A lot of conferences. Pitney in and out, but look at Hoyle with the rebound and Matthew with another foul.
Yeah.
That is a big foul for Oregon Davis. Woo.
Now that one is his fourth, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now you gotta discuss.
Did you just have some deja vu or something or a premonition that was coming? I mean, you said it earlier.
I did. I spoke it into existence. I'm sorry for speaking it, but
I'm just giving you a hard time. We haven't got to pick on Q yet this year.
Nope.
So Hoyle going on the first. So Carson Matthew has got to be careful now.
Yes.
4 fouls. And he's been a vital part of this offense.
You know, he didn't score very early, but now he's 9 points. So.
And he's also a guy very active up on the up in the high post, setting screens.
Oh, we got
and someone lost their bottle there.
Oh, little kid.
Little guy,
Yep.
just lost it there. It happens. Jackson's dropped a thing or two every so often. A little kid. Poor guy, a little embarrassed. Got to hide behind mom now. I get you. I get you, buddy. Out to Garland. Works the screen. With the up fake, goes on over to Frazier in the corner. Down to Matthew on the elbow. Kicks out to Frazier. Three-pointer. With the block. And a fight from the basket. They're on the floor. And a timeout for Coach Sennert. That'll be his fourth. I believe he only has one remaining.
I think that's what we were
deliberating earlier. And he's going to take a...
Has he got one left? I might have missed getting one of them changed.
So he'll take a full. Yeah, I think he's clarified. He does have 4.
Okay.
So Triton will sit down. Coach Groves will talk to his group. Oregon Davis, they saw all standing up talking here in his full timeout. And I like how Coach Groves, when he gets in a huddle, how he kind of gets with his group and how he talks. He's on your level, but yet he's still that authority figure. Everybody, I mean, you focus right in.
Yeah, and it's everybody. It's as soon as he starts to speak, you're so keen on listening to what he has to say because what's coming out of his mouth is smart and it's going to make you a better player just by listening to it.
I mean, in the coaching staff he's got, with Kindig, of course, in his second season as the JV coach, got picked up a win here earlier tonight to start the season off. As Wood Hoyle getting a look, looks like must have got cut on the forehead.
Yep, eyebrow or forehead.
He's getting butterflied right now. As Quintana will check in for him. Tanner's the guy that competitive. He's not going to come out. Like I said, got the eyebrow bandaged up. So Quintana will take his place. Carson Matthew on the outside. Look at Dante working with the steal. He'll settle in. Minute 40 to go here in the third. Hands off to Swanson. Back to Workman on the right wing. Quintana wants underneath, but here Riffle by himself for 3. Count it from the corner.
There you go. That's what you want.
He's tried several of them, but now he's 1 of 4. So get that first one to drop.
After seeing that, you just got to work on the confidence now.
Trying with 2 3-pointers here in the second half as Matthew drives the Sai can't get to drop in. Good help defense by Triton underneath.
Doing everything that they can to make sure that Matthew doesn't get to that basket.
Riffle again. Count it for
There it
two.
is. There's the confidence.
2-0 back-to-back, and Triton extends their lead to 10.
As a young player, seeing those both drop, those are huge.
Engages one.
Moving
screen.
Triton's starting to wake up here.
So that's Garland's third.
Going back to Riffle, he's one that he gets hot from beyond the arc, but he does a lot of things extremely well. But him and his shooting, I know that's something he's really been working on.
And that's exactly what Coach Groves needs. He does when he puts you up to that varsity level, he's putting you up there for a reason. He believes that you can be the player that you want to see yourself become.
Pitney on the outside, and now my time on the official across the way. They're resetting the score clock.
Yep, clock issue again.
Hey, everybody's getting things figured out here. So Carson Matthew, got to give him some props out there. 4 fouls and got to play smart with those. They didn't pick up a fifth.
It was always hard playing with 4 fouls because you want to be aggressive, especially as a player like Matthew. You want to be able to drive, but at the same time, you know that your team needs you, so you got to be smart.
Casey Cook now will check in number 11. So reset the clock. Pitney goes inbound. Callahan still tending to that eyebrow of Woodhoyo.
And to make sure it doesn't fall.
Workman looking at the clock. Hands off to Swanson. Back to Workman. Workman, nothing down underneath. Riffle from deep. Count it! Riffle!
He is just feeling it now.
With the hat trick.
Yeah, when you get going and get it clicked.
You said like you said, he's one of those guys that when they get hot, very hard to cool him down.
And what's very impressive about Riffle, we saw him step in that Bremen game at quarterback, and he slung it around, looking like John Elway, the way he threw the ball. And he's a kid that confidence and that mental fortitude is just the maturing in his sophomore season has been impressive to watch this year. Look at Hewitt.
Drive.
They're going to call it travel. And Larry Sennert must be getting warmed up. The jacket came off.
Yep.
Five seconds.
Workman lets that roll all the way to half court. Just past it. Three quarters up the way. Kicks out. Riffle again from three. Can't drop it in.
Ooh.
And Cook gets the rebound, and that'll do it for the long third quarter. As Triton trailed at the half, putting up 24 points here in this third quarter. But like Kenny's point right there, I'll let you take it.
Yeah, the scoreboard only goes up to 5 now on the fouls, but Oregon Davis committed 12 fouls in that quarter alone. So, that's what you got. When we got 5 players now with 3 or 4 fouls. So that can really make a big effect here in this fourth quarter.
And all those guys are starters, and that's where Coach Sennert, your hands are kind of tied now. I mean, all 5 of your main guys that are out there are all in foul trouble. I mean, nothing you can control there. Now it's just okay. It's going to be that mental awareness and just that composure. How do you handle yourself here? This group has played extremely good basketball here at this point. Yeah, Triton, those last 9 points really kind of catapulted them up by 13. And then, of course, we had a lot of lulls there with some conferences, but yet this group here, I think we've watched them move the ball, watched them move off the ball. Got to be smart here in the fourth.
Yeah, we've seen them get hot, and we've seen them make the stops that they need that are necessary to pull them right back into this game, and they can do it even with their main starters having the 4 fouls. If you're smart and you're aggressive and you're smart being aggressive, you can still bring your team back and not pick up that 5th foul.
And also for Coach Sennert, only 1 timeout remaining for the next 8 minutes.
Now going back to the 12 fouls, how many of those free throws did we make though? I don't know, 4 or 5?
Yeah, not very many. I mean, then you had technical free throws, and you still, Triton still not those free throws. And I know I say this all the time, and everybody probably rolls their eyes when I say it, but free throws are so important. And I mean, they hammered that into our head when we were kids, but now even more, those 5 fouls can pick up quickly, as we just saw there. You've got to be able to hit those free throws, especially when it comes to sectional time, and those points are really going to matter.
12 to 25. So there's 13 unanswered 13 points you left on the board that you had opportunity for.
Something that Coach Groves will definitely be discussing when practice comes around on film.
Matthew goes up, banks closed, tipped by Danford, back to Matthew. Good hustle there by Danford. Matthew with the left hand, hooks it in.
That's how you're aggressive and smart at the same time.
Look at Frazier with the hustle.
And Matthew, he's leading all Oregon Davis players with 11. And then you got Hewitt and Garland backing them up with 6 apiece.
But look at the faith by Larry Sennert and his group out there on the floor. All of those players are all in foul trouble. Pitney drives. Look at the nice scoop and score. Jacob Pitney.
Not much you can do there. You don't want to pick up that 5th.
Garland now guarded by Riffle. Kicks it out to Frazier. Frazier drives. Spinning. Got it knocked away from Dante Workman. Triton with the steal. Swanson gets tied up, and he finds a way out of trouble. Up to Pitney.
Oh,
in
you
the
got to
corner
shoot
to Workman.
that.
Workman drives, goes up, elevates, and get it. Quintana's putback is fouled on the way back up. And Danford's done for the night.
Yep. So he's going to leave the game with 4 points.
Oh, excuse me, Frazier was the only one I didn't right. I thought I was thinking Hewitt, but Frazier now only has 2 fouls. But Hewitt will check in with his fouls, and Danford done for the night with 5. And now Quintana to the line. Back iron. It's a little tad too strong. Second one, back iron. And Hewitt elevates, gets a rebound and a foul on the rebound as him and Workman got tied up.
I think that's going to be on Dante. Yep.
So Dante's going to be his third, Triton's first player that's got over 3 fouls, got 3 or more fouls.
And Landon Patrick will check in for Dante Workman, who will sit with those 3 fouls.
This is his first time coming out and getting some rest.
Much earned break.
This just speaks to his leadership right there, talking to the coaches, talking to the players. Big smile on his face. You love to see it.
Dante is a very impressive leader. Cool under pressure. Garland, heel attack. There's the Matthew. But Dante Workman talking about his leadership, a guy that just, he wants his team to be good.
Oh, good tip.
By Quintana to Riffle, back the other way. Riffle puts on the brakes, now to Pitney. Swanson's by himself in the corner, has a look. Swanson catch and shoot 3. Can't get on the short of the mark, hit the side iron. Frazier back the other side, back the other way. Lost his dribble, regains control. Drives, tries to dump it to Matthew and throws it away into the waiting arms of Riffle. Patrick now will handle it. Sends it to Swanson, he'll set the play in motion. Pitney stop and go. Again, Pitney with the attack to the basket. Pitney known for his sharp shooting skills, but he has handled it at the rim here tonight.
He's doing a great job. The outside shot wasn't falling, so he's attacking and taking us to the hoop.
That gets him 7 points for the evening.
Garland Lawson now goes to Matthew. He'll back down. Jacob Pitney goes up strong, draws the foul.
That was a good, strong take.
Now Pitney picked up his 3rd.
But going back to Matthew's drive there and what he just did, how he went to the basket, between him and Carson, their footwork for big guys, they're not, because sometimes big guys that are, they're really well built. You don't see them with that light-footedness. These guys here, very light on their feet, good movement. I mean, their steps are moving they're moving with purpose.
And not only that, most of the time they're downhill, which is, for a big man, that's what you want to see out of him. He's going downhill, he's attacking, he's using his body correctly. When he goes up, he's going up strong and powering through his shots.
You don't see them throwing their elbows out. They're keeping everything kind of tucked in and compact as they go to the basket. That's what you want to see from your guys driving to the basket.
Yeah, as a guard, when I would love taking charges on bigs because when they stick those elbows out, that's a clear, easy way to pick up at least a foul on them because they're going to be swinging those big elbows. But
very controlled for these 2 big men.
Very hard to pick up those fouls.
Patrick goes right here on the near side. Now to Pitney, working against Matthew. Pitney again attacking the 10. Kicks it out to Riffle, who will attack. Riffle drives his way through and scoops and scores. And Riffle in the second half.
Oh, he's got 12 points.
Up to 12 points now. Patrick going to pressure in the full court.
Trojans sense blood. There's foul trouble out there, so they're going to attack, try to pick up some more fouls around.
Caden Large checking next dead ball. 5 minutes to go in the ball game. Matthew has a look. Goes back down in to Carson Matthew. Offensive foul. And he is done.
Yep. Second player, Oregon Davis.
He had an amazing game.
Yeah.
Played hard, strong.
He's going to go out with 11 points, leading Oregon Davis.
I don't have a 14.
Oh.
I'm looking here. I didn't see a 14 in the, but I'm pretty sure I know who that is.
We're getting a timeout. Triton's going to take a timeout.
I believe that's Taylor McKeon. Number 2. Oh, yeah, Taylor McKeon. I'm pretty sure that's who that is. He wore number 2 in the JV.
Okay, got that. We'll get that.
But, you know, and going back to Carson Matthew, I want to touch on how impressive that guy has been tonight. Yeah, you know what? You didn't get the calls you wanted, and that's tough. That's something you can't control. But how he played, if this group here, like I said, they can stay out of foul trouble and they can kind of, that starting group can keep themselves out there and stay out of that foul trouble, this is going to be a very good Oregon Davis team.
Oh, very, because as soon as he touches the ball, he has great vision for a big guy as well. When he would get on the top of the key, he was surveying the court, seeing if anybody's open, and then he would attack downhill and still be looking as he's driving.
And he was a guy not looking to score. He was looking to he was looking to set up his teammates.
He wanted to facilitate the ball, and scoring was second.
You know, and that's one thing you see a lot, especially now, a lot of these big, like if you're looking to go NBA, like Nikola Jokic, a guy not looking to score, looking to create. And I think that's something really special, this Oregon Davis team, to have a big guy like that who can facilitate the basketball.
And that speaks highly on the coaching staff as well.
Riffle on the outside. Goes to Patrick. Frazier falls. Riffle for 3 again. Gage Riffle. Automatic.
Feeling it.
4 of 8 behind the line tonight.
Leading all scores with 15. Hewitt back the other way and an offensive blocking foul. The way he held his hands, I thought they were going to call an offensive foul.
I think he might have thought about it, but he saw that Isaac had moved his hip, trying to get in front a little bit.
Oh, that went in, right?
I know 2 shots. They're saying 2.
They're saying shoe. Okay.
No, it was not. I didn't think it was good. Nobody said basket's good.
Well,
now they're saying basket's good.
Yeah, that's what I thought. The basket went in.
Well, because this guy here was.
Yeah, and that's why I was like, wait a minute, the basket went in.
So Hewitt now to attempt the free throw for the and one opportunity to get 3 points the old-fashioned way it does. And Oregon Davis, another thing for them, a team shooting 64% from the free throw line here tonight. They've done very well.
Shoot, I missed getting the foul. That was on
Quintana.
Yeah. So his first.
Large goes to Swanson, now to Patrick. Back to Riffle. Patrick
space
curls in, and here comes Caden Large. And can't drop it in. Quintana hits it.
He gets the rip. Oh,
Large still trying
on the ground.
I thought he got that.
That's a Large for you.
And now a 3-player swing for Triton coming in now as they lead by 16. Frazier inside 4 minutes to go, I think. Yes. The clock starts running. Now a foul call on Triton.
One more, and they are in the bonus, right?
Yes, the bonus.
Oh, I'm getting it.
The new double bonus.
Well, it's not even double. It's just the bonus. Is an Ohio State? I came up with that. Is that an Ohio State thing? It's the bonus.
You got to emphasize the because there's only one.
Well, exactly. You only get one. Oh, and Garland now from 3 from the corner. Q, that was well timed. Frazier, good move in the basket and drops it in. There's only one. Oh, my. Swanson
wide open.
Woodhoyle attacks and drops it in. Tanner Woodhoyle having himself tonight with
14
points, and all those are hustle plays. Garland for 3 to cut it. Can't get off the iron. Dante Workman with the rebound. 3:20 to go. Riffle now in the corner.
You knew he wanted to try it.
He thought about it, and now a foul call on Frazier.
And that's his third.
Ryan was afraid we get in trouble with a trademark thing with Ohio State for me saying D, but Dante Workman alley-oop off the inbound, can't get it. And a good play there by McKeon to get the rebound. Garland.
Nobody's picking up Garland.
Hewitt for three. Can't get to drop in. Connor Matthew fighting for it and rips it away from Whithoyo. Jump ball might be the call here, and it is. And the ball belongs to the Trojans. And one thing you got to go down here and look, you see the scoring really spaced out here for Triton. I mean, you got a couple guys. It's really kind of balanced.
Well, that's something that Triton hasn't had in a while. Usually it was only one or two guys that were really just taking on the load of the scoring. So to have multiple guys on your roster that are scorers.
Whithoyo, my favorite play, the reverse lay-in assist to Dante Workman.
It's just going to make them a harder team to defend.
Hewitt's three off the mark, gets his own rebound, attacks again, but then it's the putback off his own rebound.
Got to come back and help him. There you go.
Open up the floor, skipping it away. Riffle again. He'll try a corner three short of the mark. Rebound goes to Connor Matthew. Garland back the other way, scanning. Good feed down in McKeon, but look at Jacob Penny with the steal. Workman
look at Whithoyo just, ooh.
Yeah.
Hewitt trying to draw a charge, but didn't really get in position. It's on 0.
Yep, his fourth.
Team's fourth.
Yep. So both teams, next foul goes to the bonus.
And that was, and I get what Hewitt was doing there, and I think that was the right kind of thing to kind of do. But that goes to Dante Workman, his ability to be shifty and kind of move like he does. We saw him do it during football. Really kind of didn't. Hewitt just kind of caught in place. Couldn't. You were committed.
Didn't do much.
You were committed, and well, unfortunately, you got called for the foul. I like the attempt though.
I think we're just gonna
Frazier
spread,
burn some clock.
Workman attacking all the way in, leaves it no look pass to Whithoyo. Whithoyo jumper in the lane, back iron no good. Rebound, another one for Connor Matthew. Garland up the floor to Frazier. Frazier stop and goes. Frazier goes up in a hard foul as he goes to the basket. Go to the line for two.
That could be any of 3 blue shirts down there that's gonna be on that one.
I believe they're going to call it on Dante coming in with the, Yep.
So Dante's going to
came in for the swap.
His fourth. Frazier has not been there yet tonight.
Now he'll settle in again.
Oh, free one.
No?
Well, Whithoyo got back. I think
he got back, but he made it.
He still made it. So it's,
if he missed it, would have got another one.
Yep. Got to watch. Swanson was kind of up in front of the official.
Oh.
Workman trying to lead it underneath. Good play by Matthew with the steal. Frazier scanning.
Good active hands.
Now goes to McKeon.
There he is.
Good
Go
feed.
Yep.
Good
Nice.
give and go there.
That's a great action.
Final minute of the game nearing here. Triton leads by 13.
Oh, that clock took a while.
Yeah.
It's at 1:10. I thought they stopped it.
Yep. And then it goes to second, so it totally messes up our.
And I'm pretty sure that might be a signal thing, possibly.
Yes.
I'm no technician with those, but that would just be my guess.
Yeah, because we can see the other one, and it's fine.
Workman with the ball fake. Hewitt sticking to him. No look pass to Riffle. Triton looking to burn some clock.
You got no count. You got 5 seconds, and you can dribble. You got another 5, and then you can hold it again. You got another 5. You got 15 seconds almost to burn off the clock.
Both teams putting up 13 points thus far here in the quarter.
There you go.
And Triton looks to get out here with their first win of the season as they look to get their 40th win against Oregon Davis. Back to Whithoyo, and he'll retreat back.
Nice. Smart.
Yep.
And you look at their trend, Triton will get their 16th win here at Oregon Davis. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I said no need to score.
And Triton's going to win here 56-43. And their first win of the season. Does he want me to do an interview?
think we had to fix something there. So
Well, I guess we'll get the stuff around and start to get things around. So we'll get stuff kind of worked away, and then we'll
we got stats. I think already went through.
I'll let you read stats, and we'll start getting the microphone ready.
Okay, for team stats there, Triton was at the line 12 to 27, Oregon Davis 8 to 13, 2-pointers 13 to 26, 16 to 25. And then on that 3 points there, Triton shot 35%, 6 to 17. Oregon Davis just got 1 of their 7 attempts to drop. So Ethan Hewitt and Carson Matthews each with 11. Garland and Frazier each with 6. Danforth with 4. Connor Matthew with 3. And McEwen with 2 for the Trojans. Tanner Whithull led everybody there with 16. Riffle with 15. Workman and Pitney each with 7. Swanson with 6. Overmeyer and Quintana with 2. And Patrick with 1. So we're going to get set up here and get things kind of switched around here, and we'll be back.